Have you ever felt like you always have to be right? Otherwise, you'll be seen as incompetent? Do you fear making mistakes because you're afraid of losing face, losing opportunities, or losing trust? Are you on a path of creativity, leadership, or entrepreneurship, where every step is a leap into the unknown? If you're nodding, this book is for you. Adapt. Why Success Always Starts with Failure by Tim Harford is a powerful, intelligent, and inspiring manifesto for anyone living in an era of uncertainty, where any plan can collapse overnight. The author doesn't teach you how to avoid failure. He guides you on how to design failure so that it becomes your greatest teacher. Through real-life stories from battlefields, laboratories, multinational corporations to personal journeys, the book opens up a completely different way of thinking. Success doesn't come from always being right, but from the ability to make intelligent mistakes and learn faster than others. This isn't just a book to read. It's an essential compass for anyone who is starting a new project, leading a team in a constantly changing environment, venturing out of their comfort zone to build something great, feeling stuck due to failure and wanting to understand, where did I go wrong and how can I get back up smarter? If you want to learn how to adapt flexibly, experiment wisely, and embrace failure as an essential part of success, Adapt is the book you can't miss. And before getting into the content, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share to support the channel. Thank you all very much sincerely. Part 1. Adaptive Thinking in a New World. The unpredictable world. Today's world is too complex to plan accurately from the start. Only by reacting flexibly to changes can we survive and thrive. The mistake of controlling thinking. When trying to control everything with rigid plans, we often get caught off guard by unforeseen factors and are prone to major failures. Adaptation is a survival skill. Successful people aren't the smartest, but the ones who adapt the fastest to changing circumstances. Continuous experimental thinking. In an unstable world, the most effective mindset is to constantly conduct small experiments to find what's right instead of waiting for a perfect plan. From failure to creativity. Many great inventions were born from seemingly meaningless failures. The key is knowing how to look at them to learn. Not failing is the real danger. If you don't fail at all, it means you're not trying anything new enough to create a breakthrough. Tim Harford doesn't try to lull us with empty comforts like, every failure is a lesson. He goes further than that. He argues that in an increasingly complex world, the ability to adapt is the ultimate survival weapon. In adapting means being ready to be wrong. Wrong in a controlled way. Wrong to learn. Wrong to move forward wiser. Failure isn't sweet at all. But if you refuse failure, you're also refusing the chance to discover something new. In a world where no one can predict the future, the winner isn't the best calculator, but the one who learns the fastest from slicks. Part 2. Learning from failure to succeed. The try, fail, learn principle. The best way to find solutions is to try many small approaches, accept failing early, and learn quickly from them. Small failures save you from disaster. Small mistakes, when identified early, prevent bigger failures later. Allow yourself to fail safely. Guided mistakes. Not every failure is useful. Only when you have a way to respond, reflect, and improve does failure become a stepping stone upward. Errors are valuable data. Every mistake is real data that helps you adjust your thinking or actions. It's as valuable as a vivid lesson. Don't fix errors instinctively. When failing, the natural reaction is to hide or blame. But good adapters calmly analyze the real causes. Design feedback loops. Every system or individual needs regular feedback mechanisms to learn and improve continuously. Improve through action. You can't learn to adapt just through theory. You have to do it for real, fail for real, and make real adjustments. Harford emphasizes a core principle. No model is right forever. Only hypotheses that need to be tested through action. In strategy, in business, in life, experiment like a scientist. Don't bet everything on a perfect on paper plan. Create trials, drafts, prototypes. A small idea, even if it fails, will give you real data to adjust. And from dozens of failed trials, the right solution will emerge. Not because we're smart, but because we're patient enough to fail systematically. Remember, success is the reward for those who dare to persist in trying, not those who sit waiting for the perfect idea. Part 3, building adaptive systems. Create an environment that accepts mistakes. An organization or team is truly creative only when people aren't afraid to fail. Build a psychologically safe space. Nurture a culture of experimentation. When everyone is encouraged to try, redo, the organization grows faster through continuous improvement energy. Decentralize for flexibility. The more centralized an organization, the slower it reacts. Empowering on-the-ground teams help respond timely to changes. Iterate to perfect. No first attempt is perfect. Each loop of action, feedback, adjustment gets you closer to the optimal solution. Innovate instinctively. Instead of trying to find big ideas, improve step by step. Many small improvements accumulate into big breakthroughs. Structure for evolution. A sustainable system is one that can self-correct and evolve. Design work like a living ecosystem. Adaptation is the survival strategy. In an era of volatility, strategy isn't a long-term plan, but the ability to adjust direction every day. One of the biggest traps for humans is clinging to the ego. Have you ever found yourself continuing to pursue a plan just because you've invested too much time, effort, or reputation into it? Harford calls that the trap of blind loyalty. To adapt, we need to put truth above ego. We need the courage to say, I was wrong and I'll change. That's not weakness. That's mature strength. Not just individuals. Organizations also need to learn to adapt. And that can't happen if the workplace doesn't allow failure. Harford makes a very profound point. Systems that are too anti-error often lead to catastrophic mistakes. Imagine an environment where no one dares to speak up, experiment, or propose. That silence isn't safety, it's a ticking time bomb. If you're a leader, a manager, create a culture where people are allowed to fail, encouraged to learn, and honored for daring to try. You can choose to live cautiously, avoid risks, and stay safe. But as Harford points out, safety is no longer safe when the world changes constantly. You can choose a different path, learn to adapt. One step at a time, we try at a time, one mistake at a time, intentional with learning. Because in the end, success isn't for the perfect ones. Success is for the persistent and humble enough to learn from what's not right yet. Wishing you more courage with your own small failures to step closer to great achievements. Thank you for watching. Which principle do you resonate with the most? Please comment down in the section below. For now, goodbye, and see you in the next video.